And now broadcasting from the EFX Sports studio, it's ESPN EFX Sports Radio with Dr. Jeff Galini.
Well, welcome to another episode of EFX Sports Radio. My name is Dr. Jeff Galini, and I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Brian Andrews.
Hey.
Hey, we got something different about this show, Brian. You are actually in Billings, Montana, hey?
Yeah, came all the way from Bakersfield, California.
And what do we got going on here in Billings this week?
We have got our first annual EFX Sports Summit. Flew everybody in from San Jose. Like I said, we came from Bakersfield, California. Got the whole team checking out the facility. I think these guys have seen something pretty special.
Yeah, it's been pretty exciting, and right now we got three of them actually in the studio here, so we're all kind of crammed in. But we've been having some pretty good time, good training. Today, Coach Dixon, Chris Dixon from the Wolves. If you remember, he was also the star player for the Outlaws, was just inducted into the Hall of Fame. He came by and kind of gave a nice little motivational speech.
Yeah, he was fantastic. What a phenomenal guy. You can see that guy got to where he was from believing in who he is, knowing who he is. I mean, he's a champion all the way around. Absolutely,
and he also talked about the Mighty League Football that EFX Sports is the league sponsor. Just excited about, getting involved with these kids and helping them out. But, hey, so who we got in the studio here today, Brian?
No, we got Big Ryan, Big Louie, and Big Robert. Let's hear from these guys.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to ask Louie. I got to get him on here because
Big Louie.
Louie has he is big, he's tall, and he's got one of the best appetites. But the first day I said to them, you don't mind if I eat? And he goes, not if you mind if I eat. And he pulled out like this big stack of these waffles. I mean, it was about a foot thick. And I said, what are those? Louie, tell us about what those waffles are and what's in them.
Those are Freak Maker waffles. And they have our Freak Maker build, which is one of my favorite products. Crealkaline, Glutasorb, a little bit of baking powder, and some egg whites.
And tell everybody, I mean, that's pretty creative. What do you do with them? Why do you eat them?
Honestly, they're the perfect travel food. I like to be on my diet most of the time, but when I travel, it gets a little more difficult, and that just facilitates, it makes it easier for me. It's all around the best thing I could do when I travel. It doesn't go bad quickly either. You just put them in the fridge, and they're good to go.
Yeah, I think, most athletes, it's easy for you to eat when you're at home, but, traveling, you hear people say all the time, well, man, I just couldn't find anything to eat, so I went to McDonald's. What other recipes? You got anything else that you do besides the waffles?
Well, the girlfriend is very helpful. We make muffins, we make cookies, pancakes. She's amazing, so she definitely helps me incorporate any kinds of EFX products in anything that she makes, so it makes it a little more enjoyable, too, when I'm at home.
That's awesome, man. Well, thanks for the recipe there. We'll have to get you on again, and we'll actually break out how to do it. Maybe we'll even put together a recipe guide. Hey, Brian?
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to make sure we point out again, these waffles, we're not talking about little Eggos here. These things are an inch thick and about 12 inches in diameter. We're talking like Belgian.
I don't even know how he got the press to do that. I mean, those things were huge. And not to say, he also, right before that, he ordered a 1-pound hamburger, and it was about a foot in diameter. So he eats that, and then he turns around and I don't know how many waffles. But
he might have another career in a eating contest or something like that.
Yeah, he's a big guy. So who else we got here today?
Oh, Ryan, step up to the mic.
What's going on, Billings? Thank you for having me in this beautiful city. It's good to have a country boy come to actual little piece of the country. So thank you for having me.
And he is a country. He's got his boots on, and we were over at Shields last night, and they were trying on cowboy hats and stuff. Ryan, what do you do for EFX Sports?
So I am the East Coast accounts manager. So I call up everyone from New York, North Dakota, down to Florida, and it's been awesome to kind of meet these people, get to talk to them, and give them care on some of our product.
And what do you think? You've been in Billings here for a couple of days, and we've been showing you what EFX Sports is doing in our backyard. You got to go over to the Mustang game. What did you think of the game and what we were doing there?
Oh, that was absolutely fantastic. I'm a huge sports guy, and to go there and to actually be a part of the game, hand out some samples and see these families and just see how they took part to it. And they were excited to get little kids excited to get the bracelets, and it's a pleasure to be involved with sports, being such a big sports fan from where I'm from.
Nice. And hey, what's your favorite EFX product?
Oh, mine's definitely the Carbolin. That's morning, midday, night. I take it before I go to sleep because for me, I lose weight pretty quickly. So if I'm not drinking the stuff fast, I disappear.
Oh, and you don't eat those waffles, huh?
No, I got to get the recipe from Louie so I can put on a little bit more weight.
Yeah, I noticed he didn't share with anybody. He told us about them all, but, he didn't say, here, you want to try one?
Louie needs all the calories. He takes it in.
And you guys work in the same office together, right?
Yeah, you should see what he brings to the office. I mean, he picks that six-pack meal bag, and he's got each one full about 1,000 calories each dish, and he goes through about 7 of those in an 8-hour shift.
Wow.
Nice. Oh, to be young again and eat all those calories. But these guys look the part. I mean, they're athletic, and they live the and talk
Live
the
the
walk.
life.
Live
Live
the
the
walk.
lifestyle.
Yes, exactly. Who else we got in here, Brian?
Oh, come on, Robert Connick. Step up to the microphone, my man.
Good morning, Billings. How you doing? Thanks for having me, Jeff and Brian.
And Robert, I've been joking with him and said this is Kid Rock's friend because he's from Michigan, but he's never actually met Kid Rock,
No,
unfortunately.
If only.
And where at Michigan are you from?
I'm right in Howard City, which is about 40 minutes north of Grand Rapids.
And what do you do for EFX?
I'm the social media manager, so I basically run Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, just getting the good word out about All-American EFX Sports, our brand, the people involved, just keeping the Billings on the map.
Awesome, man. And last night, I'm not a big social media knowledge person. Matter of fact, I recently, over the last couple years, even learned what Facebook was. I used to call it spooling, and I found out that was a wrong terminology. But so you guys were talking about some percentage, or numbers. Well, last week there was 6,000. What were you talking about? All that like stuff.
Our fan base, we're seeing a huge growth in fan base. People are really starting to notice who we are and what we do for the average person, the athlete, the just helping everybody excel in everyday aspects of their nutrition and their fitness goals.
And, even though this station is going to be broadcasted on ESPN, it also will be podcasted, globally. But how can people follow EFX Sports? What do they have to
Most
do?
definitely. You can find us on Facebook at All-American EFX. You can find us at Twitter at AAEFX. You can find us on Instagram at EFX Sports.
And since I don't really know what all that means, I guess everyone listening probably knows exactly what to do, and how to get there.
Most definitely.
All right. And, you can follow Robert. I mean, he's had his phone and he's been following everything and answering people's questions and doing all kind of stuff. But get involved. It's fun. All of our team really wants to help out and be a part. We want to be a part of your sports and your athletic life. And what a better way than to follow us on all these social media platforms.
Yes, definitely. Come find us. Come ask questions. We have Jeff. We have Chad Shaw, Ask the Trainer. We have a lot of knowledgeable people there to help you.
Yeah, I did see that Ask the Trainer. What's that about?
Chad Shaw has been in the business, Brian, how long?
Oh, he's been doing this. I think he started training when he was like 12. He's
Right.
in his early 40s now.
Phenomenal physique, 24/7, very knowledgeable, certified personal trainer. He's just there to help answer all your questions. So you can come visit, join our page, ask the questions. We'll get the questions to the right people and get you the best possible answer.
That's pretty good. You can get professional questions answered just by going to the EFX social media sites. Why don't you tell them, everyone again, how to get to those sites?
Yes, definitely. You can find us on Facebook at All-American EFX, Twitter at AAEFX, and Instagram at EFX Sports.
Nice. And did you get a taste of any of those waffles?
No, Louis will not share, and he's my roommate too.
Oh, no, man. Even over at the hotel, there was no sharing. Oh, you should see Louis right now, man. He's, I don't know. How you feeling there, Louis?
Turning red over here.
He's feeling bad now.
He's actually a good guy. I just couldn't think of anything else to harass him about because I couldn't believe, like I said, those waffles. And then what he told me was what was in them was pretty cool. So, you can cook with the products too. So not only, if you don't like mixing it up in a drink mix, I think we're going to have to get Louie's recipe on our Facebook or something, and we'll see how many people like it.
Right, most definitely. Just get us some pictures. We'll post it up. We'll have some macro breakdowns. everything for you.
And then why don't you guys, if you've got a favorite recipe of an EFX Sport product, why don't you go ahead and send us your recipe?
Yeah, hey, and by the way, let's take a quick break when we get back and see if we can't get some of these other guys that we have flown in to join us to say a couple words to the listeners here.
Sounds good.
Do you know how to properly use carbohydrates to ignite your performance in the field and in the gym? You will now, thanks to this free book by EFX Sports. The Carb User's Guide for Maximum Performance reveals why omitting carbohydrates from your diet can totally crush your gains. Ever wonder how many grams you need for your specific sport? Not anymore. We give you the critical number you need to dominate your competition. You'll even discover the super carb that's taking the athletic world by storm. You must try it to believe it. Go to getcarbolin.com/carb guide today and get your copy absolutely free. Once again, it's getkarbolin.com/CARBGUIDE.
Hey everybody, I'm Billy Gordon. I'm one of the coaches for the Heights Wrestling Club. I just wanted to take a minute and talk to you about EFX Sports and what their products have done for me and my wrestlers and the athletes that I lead. 6 months ago, I got introduced to EFX Sports and I immediately started using them myself. The results have been nothing short of amazing. My body fat and weight have come down drastically. My strength has increased. If you get the opportunity, I highly recommend you give it a shot.
This is Dr. Jeff Galini of All American Pharmaceutical. I'm sure you've been seeing our national brand EFX Sports featuring Carbolin and Crealkaline all around the state lately. Our supplements are formulated for pros to high schoolers to just the average gym goer and are all about improving your game. You can find EFX Sports in Billings at Yellowstone Fitness, Lucky's, Bonanza's Health Food, Granite Fitness, and GNC, just to mention a few. EFX! Welcome back to EFX Sports Radio. My name is Dr. Jeff Galini, and I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Brian Andrews.
We are back.
And we are live from Billings. Brian normally comes to the show from Bakersfield, but we've got the EFX Sports Summit that we were talking about the first half, and we kind of talked to a few of the guys. We got a couple more here. I just thought it'd be fun, getting them on the show. And we're just talking about EFX Sports, what they like being involved, what's going on. Who we got here?
Oh, man, we got a couple more great guys here. So we got Chad L.C. Brown, get ready to step up to the mic. And then we got the big man himself, Scott Cunningham, president of EFX Sports.
Chad, what's going on, man?
How's it going, Jeff? How's it going, Brian? How you doing today?
So what do you think of Billings?
Oh, I love it. I grew up in a small town myself. I really feel at home here. I like the atmosphere. It's a little slower town than the regular grinding out there in San Jose. So I'm really enjoying, sightseeing. I'm really enjoying the summit here with the crew and with the guys. Learning a lot, and hopefully I'll do it again sometime.
Nice, man. Well, hey, what do you want to tell them about EFX Sports? What is EFX Sports about?
EFX Sports to me is about connecting with different athletes. So me myself, I was a baseball player. JC, and then I played baseball D3 as well. I really didn't know too much about the industry until I started working with a couple different companies, Vitamin Shop, GNC. Working around you, especially, learning from the summit. I'm learning more about the human biology and how our products are going to help athletes like myself that didn't know too much about nutrition, protein, carbohydrates, increasing testosterone, stuff like that. So I'm just excited to continue to work with the company and start learning more from, you, Jeff, Brian, and then Scott as well.
Nice. So what's your favorite EFX product?
Oh, man, I use everything. But for me, the Crealkaline really hits home with me, increasing ATP levels, stuff like that, increasing strength, which is what I'm all about. Nice. But I really love all the products. I've used the Test Charge. I've used it a lot, actually. And the energy levels really help, in the gym. And then also with the stamina as well.
And you probably haven't tasted Louis' waffles yet either?
Oh, no, I love Louis' waffles.
Oh, he's actually let you try it?
I love Louis' waffles.
Oh, man.
You know, they're a little dry, but, I mean, I'll give it to him.
You know what we got to do? We got to make some liquid crealkaline that's like a syrup, so then you can put the liquid crealkaline syrup on his waffles.
That's a really good idea.
Nice. Well, thanks, man.
Hey, and just want to let everybody know, let's say you ever make an order, you call in our retail line. The man you just heard from, you might recognize his voice. He's the one who's going to answer the phone. So just ask for LC.
Nice. Well, now we got the big guy here, Mr. Scott Cunningham, who is actually the president of EFX Sports. He's out of San Jose. And Scott's been up here a couple times, so he's not a newbie to Billings. Well, hey, Scott, welcome.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you? Thanks for having us out here, Jeff. It's been 3 days of full EFX Sports. What a fun time.
Yeah, it's been pretty good, man, hanging out with everybody and having the first annual summit, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I got to say, though, I only have one complaint for you, Jeff, and that's it's so beautiful up here in Billings that my San Jose guys all want to move up here now. They're up buying cowboy boots and everything already. It's just beautiful town you live in. I love coming up.
Awesome. Yeah, we were over at Shields last night, and a couple of them disappeared. Matter of fact, Chad disappeared, and he's off buying cowboy boots and hats and
yeah, absolutely. The good news is they're going to work extra hard next month because they got to pay back those bills.
They put it all on their credit
cards comes a month later.
Hey, something that I thought was really fun, you know, for you people who are involved in the sales business, what's up with that bell, man? Tell them about the bell that you guys ring.
We got a big captain's bell in the California office, and every time one hits out of the park, we ring that bell, and it livens up the office. And we'll say the last order that came through, I think the bell fell off the wall, so we have to go back and do a little maintenance and put it back up there. But it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun in San Jose and talking sports nutrition all day and selling products like Crealkaline and Carbolin. How could you not have fun?
Absolutely. So, you know, the factory is here in Billings, Montana, but to expand our national reach, you know, Scott is located out of San Jose, where, you know, that's a good place for us to be in, kind of the mecca of California, you know, for our sports line, just in case you're wondering why those offices were there. And, I mean, what's your products? You've been using them for a long time. Which ones do you like, Scott?
Well, you know, obviously, as the president of the company, I'm going to say all of them. But if I had to pick one, I'm just turned 46 a few weeks back, and that Test Charge Hardcore is that's my candy. I don't go a day without it. If you're over 35 and you're not taking it and you want to feel like you're 18 again, pick up a blue box.
Yeah, that is a fun product, you know, and this is one product, you know, obviously we have a lot of products that are for kids. This is one of the products that are more for mature men, although we do have some women who just use the capsules. But like Scott said, you know, as your testosterone levels start to go down, you can go to the TV and try all those patches, but you know, look at all those side effects, man. I mean,
absolutely no side effects. You feel like dynamite all day. It's awesome stuff. It's, you know, it's easy to take. It's you know, the reformulation, the flavoring. If you tried the first round of the new flavoring, it tastes like one of those peppermint patties to me. That's my description of it. It's delicious.
Nice. And Scott's going to be having some surgery here. He had a little mishap, and I know he'll be back on everything to help with his recuperation.
That's right. I got to pop my bicep tendon trying to get up on the wakeboard showing off to the kids. So, you know, it's hard getting old. But products like Crealkaline, I'll be back in no time.
That's because he was on that test charge, you know, so he was feeling like he was 18 years old.
It's hard getting shown up by your 11-year-old, so, you know, you got to go out there and do what you got to do.
I hear that. Well, that's a good thing about our products. You know, the EFX Sports, for us elderly crowd, we still like to go in the gym and show up all these youngsters, you know. Sometimes we get hurt, but oh well.
All day long. The sales force are 24, 25, so I got to keep up with them too. So, you know,
I hear you.
We hit the gyms at lunch every now and then.
Well, thanks a lot, Scott. Appreciate you coming on into the studio and getting on the air with us.
Thanks for having us. I'm looking forward to doing it again next year, Jeff. So
right.
It was awesome.
It's going to be a yearly thing, so this will definitely be at least a once-a-year show. But we're going to get these guys to call in on a more regular basis because, you know, I want you guys to hear, you know, when we're talking about products or we're talking about, you know, something that's going on out there, you know, to hear something from outside, you know, because they also hear more things than we do, right, Brian?
That's right, man. I mean, these are the guys on the front lines keeping it real.
Nice. Hey, that's a nice shirt you got on. Too bad we don't have video here, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh man, these are my threads.
Cool, man. So what about the summit? You know, what from a marketing standpoint, what do you think you've seen or you'd like to share?
Oh, you know what? It was a great time to share. It's one thing that you can talk on phone all the time, but when you're face to face, you get so much more accomplished. I mean, we shared our vision. We shared, about, where are we going to go? Where are we going to take this as a brand, reaching out? I mean, athletes, like we say, we are formulated to win, and that's our mantra. We live and die by it. We're all athletes ourselves, and I think that was the key thing, was to make sure this is why we're doing what we're doing, and we've got a good purpose here. We got fantastic products. I mean, I don't know what is in second place. I mean, you look back, I don't see anybody else.
Yeah, and what, to our listeners, they've been hearing about EFX Sports. Maybe some of them are using. But for people who aren't sure, why would you want to switch and use EFX Sports over probably what you're buying from the big box discount stores or, wholesale clubs?
I don't think we had enough time for me to explain that one. But, I guess the short list of that is I'm sitting in the facility where this stuff is made, and I just wish there was some way for people to actually take the same tours that we did to see. Just you feel like I'm sitting on the Starship or the Star Trek. Was it the Enterprise?
Uh-huh.
This is technology that's second to none, and these are products that are made based on that technology. I don't know what everyone else is doing, but it can't be this. I don't know any other way to say it than that. The stuff just works.
Well, and I'll have to agree because, we know what everyone else is doing. Folks, the stuff is made here in All-American Pharmaceutical in Billings, and we can make whatever we want. We make a lot of products for a lot of different companies, but when it comes to the EFX Sports line, we don't skimp. That is where the technology is. Does it cost? Well, absolutely, but guess what? It costs for you to change the oil in your car or your truck. It costs for tires, but quality, is what counts.
Well, at the end of the day, especially as you get older, you get a little more experience in life. When you buy stuff, you always come back to the same old saying that's been around for, 100 years? You get what you pay for.
Absolutely.
Well, that brings us to the end of this episode. Appreciate everybody being here today. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Chad. Thanks to the rest of the team. We really appreciate what everybody's doing, and thanks, everybody. We'll check you next time.
Thanks for listening to ESPN EFX Sports Radio. Be sure to check out EFX Sports online at aaefx.com. And don't forget to check out EFX Sports supplements everywhere fitness products are sold.